Hello, Good Shepherd and St. Francis and John. I'm Father Linh Nguyen with St. Francis and John. This week we prepare with the Gospel messages for the 23rd Sunday of Ordinary Time. A reading from the Gospel according to Luke. Great crowds were traveling with Jesus, and he turned and addressed them. If anyone comes to me without hating his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Which of you wishing to construct a tower does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if there is enough for its completion? Otherwise, after laying the foundation and finding him unable to finish the work, the onlookers should laugh at him and say, "This one began to build, but did not have the resources to finish." What king marching into battle would not first sit down and decide whether with 10,000 troops he can successfully oppose against king advancing upon him with 20,000 troops? But if not, while he is still far away, he will send a delegation to ask for peace terms. In the same way, any one of you who does not renounce all his possessions cannot be my disciple. Wow! Jesus used a strong word in today's gospel: hate. If anyone comes to me without hating his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Friends, being a disciple of Jesus is a serious business. It requires a deep commitment. In other words, either you in or out. Nothing is in between. If God is an absolute good, we must embrace in everything of God. As Jesus had said in his first commandment, love God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This demand does not mean we have to hate our family, but it does mean that our family does not take precedent over God. How often in this modern living we let our feelings dictate what really is true. We caught up with human sentimental that we lose sight what really is true about God. How often we are allowing ourselves to surrender to social norm that we are not conform to the truth of God's command. Just because the poll is popular doesn't mean it is right or what is truth. Here's some family activity to consider. The last 2 weeks of Christ in my home have focused on discipleship. Who do you see in this world and their God-given dignity? Discipleship means seeing all humans as being created by God, his likeness and image, and respecting and upholding God's gift to humanity. First, we must start recognizing all human beings as God's creation. But what about when we encounter others who lead us away from the discipleship of Jesus Christ? As a family, talk about people we know that although were created by God and inherently have his dignity, but gone astray and become other than God's goodness. Sometimes they are politicians, teachers, good friends, sometimes family. As a family, talk about how we as disciples discern who we are and when we should no longer engage with them. It's a tough decision. Sometimes they are family or longtime friends, sometimes leaders. Sometimes they can be groups of people whose mission is not that of Christ. Oftentimes, this is the most difficult of decisions we make in our lives, whether we are in grade school or whether we are corporate executives. This gospel is about our conviction to live as disciples of Jesus Christ. We must learn to decide when to walk away from people or organizations that do not uphold the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. As a family, you can stand firm in your commitment to discipleship and baptism. God bless, and see you at Mass.